Hello, hello, hello. It's Dr. Stephanie Fine. It's 12:30 on a Thursday, so we are together, whether there's a pandemic or not. We're here because we are staying healthy, maintaining our weight, no matter what's going on outside. And we are being tested right now, aren't we? I sure hope you're all well, everyone you love and all the people around you. I hope you're all doing beautifully, safe and well. You're staying inside, you're washing your hands, you are, what are you doing? You're staying healthy, right? You're eating nutritious food, you're exercising, and you have a routine in your day. No matter what that looks like. It doesn't mean you have to get 12 billion things done, but you have a routine so that your brain, which is what we need right now, is staying healthy and engaged. So that's that. That's your COVID-19 Dr. Fine's little spiel. I wanted to say thank you to all the doctors out there. OMG, I am an internist, but for the past many years I've been doing only weight management, and so I'm not on the front lines. And the doctors who are incredible. They are. My heart. I could start crying right now. So. Send a little love note to your doctors. They are amazing. And we are going to talk about overeating. And it's a big topic right now, right? Because originally I started that in March about how to cope without eating everything in sight. You can find that video and blog at stephaniefinemd.com. You can go there, watch it. You could sign up for the blog, all that stuff. Because we talk about maintenance, maintaining your weight loss. But overeating is something that people do when they're stressed. And of course, there's stress, right? So there was the sort of initial shock. There's sort of getting into the groove of what we have to do. What does it mean to stay home? And now I personally, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like a little dip, like, oh my goodness, because this is going on for a while longer. And so I felt my energy change. And at that point, I felt more vulnerable to overeating. And the people I talked to felt that way too. So I wanted to bring it up again, and it's going to be useful. Now, this is literally the way to extinguish overeating. Extinguish it. Get rid of it completely. It's something you have to practice, but it will work. And the idea is that you feel the feeling and do it anyway. You've heard of feel the fear and do it anyway. And I talk about that all in the blog. What I want to really go into here is the feeling the fear part, or feeling the craving, which is what we're talking about when people are overeating. Overeating, let's define it, is anything where you're eating and you're not physically hungry. That can mean anything from finishing your plate just because it's there, even though you're perfectly satisfied and had enough food to nourish your body. That one's the really tricky one. But the another one is eating when you're not hungry, because you're bored, or you feel like a snack, or you just want it. So that's parts of the overeating. And what I want to say about some of that is we get ourselves into a habit, like after dinner, it's time to have some candy or chocolate or something. Those are habits. Habits are in our brains. They're not our stomachs. That's our brain. It's an urge, and we satisfy it by eating. That's what we've set. We've set up I have an urge, I want to eat something, right? It's like the Pavlovian dogs, if you've ever heard of that. They rang a bell, the dogs started salivating because they had coupled feeding with the bell. So bell, food, bell, food, bell, food, bell, salivating, okay? And that's what happens when we give into urges like that. Urge, chocolate, urge, chocolate, urge, chocolate. So now when the urge comes, the body's like, where's the chocolate? And it will scream and be a little toddler and yell until you give in to that urge that has developed over time. Now, what you can do, and this is the trick to stop overeating, is you can feel that and not eat the chocolate. Okay, so that's the right? So bell, food, bell, salivating, right? So now you do urge, you were doing urge, chocolate, and now if you do urge, nothing, the urge goes away. It's a biological brain chemistry issue. This is a psychology issue, process. And so that's what happens. Now, here's what I want to tell you. Sometimes it feels like I can't sit with an urge and not give in. Sometimes that will be the case, right? This is a practice. You're practicing. But what I want to say is an urge unresisted, meaning you feel the urge and you're like, oh, that's the urge for chocolate that I have right after dinner always. You allow it to be there. Meaning you're not like, I'm not going to have chocolate. No way. No, no, no. Because then the urge just heightens. It's the toddler, right? If you let the toddler have its little fit, it dies down a lot more than if you're cajoling and embarrassed and don't want to, like I've been there before. You're utching and giving the attention. That prolongs the temper tantrum. But if you just let it be there, it extinguishes faster than it would have. It's not always comfortable to let a toddler go, but a feeling is hormonal, literally, and it lasts only between 60 and 90 seconds. So if you can allow without resistance, so just literally just sit there, feel the urge, it will go away in 60 to 90 seconds. You can do that. You can do anything 60 to 90 seconds. And what a great way of doing it is to describe it to yourself. I am feeling some tension in my chest. I notice that my brain is going crazy with thoughts. I feel sort of tingling in my legs. So for the next 60 seconds, you're literally describing physically what you're feeling. The urge will pass. And here's the great thing. You did not connect it to the chocolate. I'm just using that as an example. The more you do that, you extinguish the urge. It's magic, but it's psychology. I mean, this is not anything new. This is just how you do it. So it's the way of feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And I wanted to distinguish between feeling the fear and doing it anyway and just ignoring the fear and doing it anyway. That's the resistance. Ignoring it and doing it anyway, that's the willpower. That's the resistance. That's that finite resource that cannot give us a lasting result. So that's why allowing it and extinguishing the urge is the way to stop overeating. It's the way, and it just takes practice. Now, the other thing, but remember I told you that feeling that 60 to 90 seconds, you can describe what you're feeling. The other thing you can do is remember your compelling reason, and I go into that. So a compelling reason is something that you really want for yourself, that makes you proud, that makes you motivated. And sometimes that will be smaller jeans. Like I really want to be in smaller jeans, and that can get you so far, but it won't get you forever. Now, this is what I didn't talk about and what I wanted to say. You could have multiple compelling reasons. So it's not only that you want to get in your jeans, but you want to be healthier, and you want to be able to run around with your kids, and you want to be able to be proud of something that you're doing. Have a whole bunch and remind yourself of them, because you can pull those out when they work. Whenever you need it, whenever you're confronted with an urge and you're feeling through it and you need some help, the compelling reason is something that will help you through that too. So you have the feeling it, it's only 60 to 90 seconds and you're describing it, you're not resisting it, you're feeling it, and you have your compelling reason. So those two things will really help as you are uncoupling snacking and the urge. That's how you do it. I'm happy to answer any questions about this, because of course this is a practice, right? You practice it. The urge only goes away after the habit evolved because you had an urge, you ate. So it will take some time to uncouple it, right? And so it's practice. That's what you're doing. Sometimes the practice is easy, sometimes not. So you just keep doing it until it works. And I'm happy to answer any questions about that. I love this topic. It really works. And I hope you're doing well. I really hope you're doing well, and that you can practice this not overeating thing. It's actually the perfect time to practice it because you're home, right? You're home with your refrigerator. There's a lot of interaction that you can practice on. So I'm sending you my love, and I'm hoping that you are doing okay in this sort of lull time when we're realizing that we have a lot more to go. You can do this. You can lose weight at this time. You certainly can maintain, and you can not gain, which of course is maintaining, but you can do that. You just make that decision and you work on it. I am sending you love. I will see you next week, and I'm looking forward to it. Bye.